Welcome, everybody. I'm JP Sarr, joining you alongside Alex Larson. We have an exciting WAC showdown for you tonight. The GCU Lopes take on the Incarnate Word Cardinals. The Lopes come into this contest with a WAC record of 2-1, and the Incarnate Word Cardinals have a record of 1-3. Lopes are led by star goalkeeper Jeremy Pollard, who ranks 36th nationally in saves per game. Alex, how is he going to be a big factor for the Lopes tonight?
Well, that's right, JP. This team is a team that's playing well when they need to. Basically two different seasons, the first half and then conference play. Jeremy Pollard's about 75% save percentage and just over a 1.5 goals a game against average. That's pretty solid, and he's stepped up when they needed him most.
And Nicky Jackson, 3 goals in 3 straight games. The offensive powerhouse for the Lopes. Incarnate Word is going to need everybody on the defensive line in order to stop him tonight.
Yeah, this is a team that's really struggled. The Cardinals have only scored 3 goals in their last 7 games, and that's something that GCU is really going to want to take advantage of, because they have been getting shots off like crazy in the games and forcing these opposing goaltenders to really work and make their money.
Well, the Lopes defense also has their hands cut out for them. The Incarnate Word Cardinals have 8 players with 1 goal, and their star player coming off the bench tonight, Marian Gamsjager, 2 goals so far this year, 20 shots. That's second on his team. First on their team is Ryan Osborne. He was second in points last year for the Cardinals. Those are your 2 players to watch for Incarnate Word. Lopes are wearing all white today here in the Phoenix Sun, and Incarnate Word is in the red. We are underway. Nicky Jackson drops it back to Radia. The ball makes its way over to Slack. Lopes starting off quick. This one headed out by Incarnate Word.
Take a look at the numbers on this one. The Cardinals have lost the last 6 of 7, and that win coming 2 games ago over Utah Valley.
Yeah, the Lopes last weekend, they lost a heartbreaker against CSU Bakersfield. They beat them 3-2 in overtime. Bakersfield tied it up in the 75th minute with a bicycle kick goal. It was voted WAC Play of the Week. So a tough way to lose there. But then Nicky Jackson won the next one for them. They won a defensive battle against San Jose State 1-0 in overtime.
Well, kind of a story of 2 different teams here, because GCU, 4 of their last 6 have been in overtime, and they've been able to edge some of those games that they weren't able to last season.
Alfonso kicking in the corner. He gets it in, headed away. Jella chasing after it.
Love to see the hustle.
Sasaverovich back there on the back line. Splits Alfonso and Demos. This one played up to Slack. Slack just keeps it in. Jella, hard tackle taken away from him. Ojeda across to Redmond. Redmond plays the ball up, looking for Pratt, stolen by the Lopes. Alfonso taps it to Radia, stolen. Possession trading places. Here's Van Ekelen.
GCU team's done a great job of applying pressure, and the last couple games they've had 15 to 20 shots.
Roberto Diaz, the lefty, kicks it up center of the field. Finds Thomas Bibby playing in the center. Pratt chases over it. Far side by the side Lopes logo. This cross attempt in by Redmond, blocked out by Alfonso.
May see some different strategies here by Incarnate Word. Only 9 goals this season. So they're going to need to find ways to penetrate this GCU defense. And they're strong in their back ranks.
Bibby fighting for it. Radia takes it away. Bibby got a little too physical on Alfonso. Lopes will have a free kick. And Radia puts it back into play pretty quickly. McLaughlin and Say Been so solid on that defensive back line all year, joined by Sasaverovic.
Coming into this game, giving up 1.91 goals per game. Incarnate Word only scoring 0.82 a game. So definitely working in GCU's favor there. Almost less than half of what they're averaging on the season.
Charlie Keating. Lopes just keeping possession now. Working it around, trying to build a rhythm. Lopes switching the field over to Hadimse. Finds the leading goal scorer for the Lopes, Nicky Jackson. A beautiful back heel to Afonso. And a hard tackle to the ground, but no call. The ref was right there, saw that one. Ruled it a great shoulder-to-shoulder tackle.
Not sure about that one. Afonso's very slow to get up. Seemed pretty blatant to me, if not just an accident, but would have liked to see a call and maybe a free kick.
Yeah, it took him a while to get back up. He's walking a little bit gingerly now.
And Afonso's a guy that's a huge key for this team.
Diaz played it up. I'd even say clears it out.
Smart clear, but like I was saying, huge for this team, running down the wings, and a lot of the times he'll send those balls in for the crosses and allow the teammates to make a head attempt in the box. 4 assists for Afonso on the season.
2 of them came against CSU Bakersfield in that tough loss last Friday on the road. Following this game, Lopes have 3 road games, and then they finish it right back up here with 3 straight home games. And then they head over to Las Vegas for the WAC tournament. Lopes' first year being eligible for that. This one headed away by Diaz. Joe Brown over to Redmond. Looking for Pratt, stolen away by Afonso. Hadimse bringing it into the shadows. And Radia loses possession. Numbers now for the Cardinals. Ryan Osborne. Pratt over to Redmond.
Osborne, one of the sparks on this Cardinals offense. He leads the team in shots with 22. And he is definitely one that they look to when they need to get something done. Hasn't been as effective as maybe they want. Like I said, only 9 goals this whole season.
Cardinals have definitely spread the wealth, though. 9 goals across 8 players. It's tough for a defense to defend against that because you don't know who the goal scorer is. And a shot blocked right into the face of his attacker. Guerrero blocked that one. Afonso sprinting now. Jackson's got the ball. Jackson plays it to Afonso. He's in. He shoots, and a great save by Brendan Brown. Brendan Brown, the goalkeeper for the Cardinals in all 11 games so far this year.
We're not going to get a replay there, but that play started with the pass, the lead ball to Afonso. Afonso couldn't quite get it. Yeah,
great
just
save
right into the hands of the keeper.
by Brendan Brown. 11 games played, all the games for him. This one headed away by Diaz. Jella's there to take it. Osborne had that one, but he was a one-man show there. Didn't have a lot of help.
That's too bad. They had that pressure built up there now. Incarnate weren't able to take the air out of the ball here.
But the Lopes with the first great chance so far in this game. We're in the 8th minute here.
Tell you what, though, that may be a goal that Coach Hyman would like to see put by. I mean, can't write a script much better than that and starting off a game like that. But
last time home here against Houston Baptist, the Lopes scored 5 goals. Afonso had one just like that. As I saw him moving in, him and Jackson were moving in, I thought there was no way he does not finish that one.
Yeah, well, historically, those guys would be a match made in heaven, but not quite.
Lopes' future looking real strong. Musa Morris, Demos, Afonso, and Josh Drack are 3 solid freshmen that have played a lot of minutes here. Ball played up. This one moving in. Pollard's coming in, and he kicks it away. That one was rolling right on the edge of the box. He didn't want to grab it just in case, so he kicks it out of bounds. Smart play by the goalkeeper.
A little bit more threatening than I think they would have liked. Foot race between Pollard and Fournier, but fortunately Pollard made a smart play to just kick it and clear it out.
Fournier throws it in. Played right back to him. He's defended by Jella. Good pressure by Jella. Jella steals it. Jella moves it up the field about 15 yards. Will be a throw-in for the Cardinals.
Such a tough defender is Jella. I think that's one of the reasons why, you know, they welcomed him with open arms when he came from Portland. He presses the offense so much, and there's really no room for a mistake.
Jella again with solid pressure. He was joined by Radia that time. Fournier with the other throw-in. This one just to the outside of the box. Say on defense here. Say just a solid physical defender. Clears this one. Deflected off the Cardinals defender Fournier, and it'll be a throw-in for Jordan Slack. Ball in the middle of the field now. Cardinals moving up fast. Pratt looking for Osborne. Slack cuts it off. Jella. Up to Demos. And Demos with the ball. A little too hard.
We'll say this about this Incarnate Word team. They do not look like a team that is done with their season just yet, although their record might show it at 3-7-1. They're really showing GCU that they're here to play in the first 10 minutes, and usually you don't see that. You see kind of back and forth ball here, but Cardinals looking good and keeping some possession.
Joe Brown plays this one over to Redmond, but out of bounds. Lopes steal possession right at midfield.
I think that all that was he lost it in the sun. You could see his arm up, and ball bounced right in the glare of the sun.
Yeah, this field almost split in half right now. This ball moving in. Demos takes a shot right to the arms of the goalkeeper, Brown.
Brown's a tough goalie to beat, but shots like that, you expect any Division I keeper to make that save.
Demos had Jackson sprinting alongside him, opted to shoot it.
Yeah, well, again, it starts with Jackson able to get that ball over to Demos and just couldn't get the mustard behind it that he wanted. And Brown easily grasped that one into his clutches.
Fournier with the throw-in. Good spin move by Bibby trying to get around him. But another lope came in. Sent that one far away. Miguel Ojeda loses that one to Keating. Keating over to Jackson.
Jackson looking good in the middle of the field so far.
He is. He's looking very confident, dribbling the ball, making strong touches. Very aggressive early on here for Nicky Jackson. Get the best gear to show off your Lope pride. Go to lopeshops.gcu.edu to find everything GCU, from the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. Use promo code SPORTS25 to get 25% off for being a GCU TV viewer. Let's paint the Valley purple. Lopes up.
That used to be 20%.
Yeah, if you
Check
waited
it out now, it's 25.
Yeah, if you waited us out, you got an extra 5%. Cardinals switching the field, playing it all the way back to their defense. So far early on for the Cardinals, we've seen all the defenders are getting real aggressive. The only one that's staying back the whole time is Joe Brown. He is anchoring this Cardinals roster, but everyone's been free to move up and move back as much as they want. Alex Radia in the middle of the field now. Say over to McLaughlin. Tipped up to Sasaverovich.
Well, I just have a feeling today Morris Demos is going to get on the scorebook.
He's been having a hot couple of games, especially at home.
Thrice against Houston Baptist. At 5-2 was his name on the score sheet.
Hard foul against Nicky Jackson there. made a solid turn with the ball. Defender swooped his leg out from under him. The Lopes will have a pretty threatening free kick here, about 45 yards out. There's the hard foul there on Jackson.
Interested to see if he'll send this one right in or try and get it off a teammate.
Alfonso looking for Jackson. Say was there. McLaughlin right there. He kicks it. Lopes score. No flag up. That's a goal for the Lopes. Charlie Keating looks like he tapped it in. The Lopes are up 1-0 here in the 14th minute.
Well, here we go with some miscommunication by the goalkeeper, Brown, and the defender. Not sure who the defender was. Let's get an eye right there.
Joe Brown.
Yeah, Joe Brown thought that goalkeeper Brown was going to take the ball. Then in comes Miguel Ojeda, and that just kind of mires things up. GCU's able to walk right in and put that ball into the empty net.
Tough play there for the Cardinals. You saw Joe Brown trying to hold off McLaughlin, but that's the strength of the Lopes. McLaughlin and Say are just two big guys, so strong, and he was trying to box him out, but McLaughlin ran right over him and gave Keating a beautiful assist for that goal.
Don't think for 1 minute the pressure is going to decrease. That's only going to ignite this Lopes team and the crowd, who is out in tremendous numbers.
Yeah, for a hot day in Phoenix, the crowd is out here and ready. Of course, we got a doubleheader on hand for you. The men are playing first at 4 o'clock, and the women will be right after them at 7 p.m. against Chicago State. Should be a good one. Be sure to tune into that one following this broadcast of the men's soccer team. Demos loses possession. Ball played right into Osborne, but it was a missile. He's unable to corral that one.
We'll be on that game tonight.
We will be on
Just,
that one.
Switching spots, doing a little flip-flop.
Alex will be doing play-by-play, and I will be doing the color commentary for you for the women's soccer team. Of course, our girls haven't been home in a month. Their last game here in GCU Soccer Stadium was September 17th, so they're probably pretty excited to get back here and play under the lights.
Oh, definitely. And, you know, everyone's kind of thinking it, but if you're GCU, you're licking your chops to get at this Chicago State team and really get some goals and get the offense going.
Yeah, so be sure to tune into that women's soccer game later. It should be a really fun game to watch. A lot of scoring going on there.
Couldn't ask for more beautiful forecast.
Oh, yeah, beautiful day out here. Phoenix, bit hot today, but it should start cooling down about midway through this game and should be perfect for the women's game. Throw in for the Lopes deep in their own territory. Slack bombs one down the field. A great flick by Keating. Keating, the goal scorer.
We gave the assist to Afonso, and that's number 5 for him. I'm not sure if I saw where Afonso got it. Obviously, there was a scrum, and
Afonso was the free kick taker.
Right.
Yeah,
I thought,
interesting, but another assist for Afonso.
Thought maybe hit off someone before that.
Lopes moving in again. Keating plays Nikki Jackson. He's in. Jackson shoots. Jackson scores! Lopes up 2-0 early in this game, and the Lopes are picking up right where they left off here in GCU Soccer Stadium, and they are just killing their opponent.
Yeah, check out the body language of the goalkeeper, Brown. It starts with the pass again, and then Jackson's just able to put that in a spot where Brown had no chance, just inside the box. But once again, all starts with the passing, able to lead their men perfectly and put it right on that foot so they can kick it and shoot it in stride.
Brendan Brown so far this year has a 1.41 goals allowed average, 37 saves on the year, but so far already 2 goals allowed in just 17 minutes.
Yeah, Keating's day's heating up. How about a goal and then an assist right there?
Yeah, Charlie Keating having a real good year for the Lopes. He had 2 goals, 2 assists coming in. Add 1 to each of those tallies. 3 goals, 3 assists. And Nicky Jackson extending his streak. He's going to lead the Lopes down the stretch of this season and into the WAC tournament. But right now, he's got 4 goals in his last 4 games. A great streak going on for him.
Yep, and that's exactly what you need, like I said at the top of the broadcast, two different seasons, really. WAC and then kind of the first non-conference games, because the WAC play, anything goes, doesn't matter record or history, anything goes in divisional play, and it's always been like that, and it always will. And if you can get playing your best ball towards the end of the season, you put yourself in a good opportunity to make a run in the postseason.
I think Coach Hyndman did such a great job scheduling tough. I mean, they played Wisconsin earlier this year, Creighton earlier this year, and like you said, that record really doesn't matter much for the WAC tournament. So they just got some skills under their belt, worked on their game, and coming into WAC play, the Lopes have looked real hot. Their only loss was an overtime loss. Heartbreaker against CSUB. Corner now for the Cardinals.
Speaking of that game, both goals assisted from Afonso there as well.
Mm-hmm. Like I said earlier, this freshman class for the Lopes is looking like a good one. Lopes are gonna lose Jackson at the end of this year, but Afonso might be the guy to. Afonso and Demos are going to be two stars on offense to replace him, and Josh Drack is going to be a great midfielder for them for the next 3.5 years.
Yeah, one of the things that really excites me about Afonso is his size and legs. I mean, his stride is so long. It seems like he's got a little notch extra of acceleration against his opponents most of the time.
Cardinals with the ball now. Ooh, we're looking for Bibby, but deflected by Afonso. Off to a hot start here early on. They credit him with an assist. Even if it was an assist, though, his name has been all over the place. There he goes, tipping a pass out again. Lopes up 2-0 in the 19th minute.
And a bit of a different start from the game against San Jose State, wouldn't you say, scoring their one shot on goal in the 108th minute to win.
Yeah, that was a weird game for the Lopes. Normally the Lopes are a big shooting game. Lopes are ranked 10th nationally in shots per game with 15.6. So that game was definitely a rarity for the Lopes.
One shot on goal, only 6 in the entire game.
That's the funny thing about soccer is that's all it takes.
And they won, sure enough.
Shots on goal is
just a stat.
Not the stat that matters at the end. It's what the scoreboard says, and the Lopes figured out a way to win that one. Nikki Jackson got that game winner for him. Cardinals playing it back. Guerrero. Back to Joe Brown.
That was a design play right there, kind of trying to bait the GCU defense to the middle of the field, and then he wheeled to the outside.
Lost that one out. Ryan Osborne was unable to Ryan Pratt was unable to track that one down. Big throw in for the Lopes. Amir Sasaverovich with that one. Here he is again.
You gotta love the defense.
Yeah,
so
Lopes defense has looked strong so far, only allowing one shot. Wasn't even on goal for the Cardinals. And a foul against the Cardinals. Ryan Osborne not happy, thought he wanted to play advantage. Him and Bibby were moving in here. Definitely a hard foul on Sasaverovich, but Osborne did not like the early whistle by the referee. But a free kick nonetheless for the Cardinals. Looking to make something happen. Already trailing by 2 goals early on. Van Eekelen was there for the free kick. He is waved away. Pratt going to take this one. Cardinals formation moving around. Free kick comes in. Keating cuts that one off. Clears it right back to Pratt.
Get ready for a night of family entertainment as the Harlem Globetrotters come to Grand Canyon University Arena. The Globetrotters are a worldwide icon and have been breaking down barriers for 9 decades. Don't miss this event on Saturday, October 28th. Tickets are on sale at gcuarena.com.
You ever seen the Harlem Globetrotters before?
I have. I went when I was going to school in New Jersey, and it's spectacular, and it's so much fun, and it is really a great family environment.
Never been. Gonna have to go check that out. I was really excited when I heard it was right here in GC Arena.
I was going to say, you have to take advantage
Yeah.
of that. I mean, I'll be going, obviously. Can never miss an opportunity to see the Globetrotters. They're incredible what they do.
Cardinals working the ball just outside the box, but Hadim Say clears that one out.
Yeah, that was a real big block there. It seemed like a good shot, and he had some room right in the top of the net.
Substitute checking in for the Cardinals. JP Nava coming in for Robert Pratt. Fournier, long throwing up to Bibby. I didn't say, just skies over him.
Back to Say the third
Back
time.
to Say for the third time, just ping-ponging back to him. He's using his body, holding them off.
Still on it.
Foul against the Cardinals. Carlos Guerrero got a little physical with that Hadim Say. Normally we see him being the physical one. He leads the Lopes in yellow cards this year.
Yeah, well, these aren't the plays that show up on the statistics sheet, obviously, but when it comes down to it, I mean, getting position in the middle of the field like this and getting free kicks like this, that's really what wins you a game overall, is a series of those plays.
Slack gets this one in. Oh, was looking for Alfonso. He stopped running. Would have had the ball right on his foot if he tracked that one a little better, but it's tough to see with that sun right over the stadium there.
Well, was sent in very nicely and had the perfect arc on it. Yeah, just like you said, I don't think the sun provided the best opportunity to see that ball.
Ojeda looking for Nava. They were not on the same page. This one goes all the way back to Pollard.
No, but the Cardinals are being very unpredictable right now. They're switching it up, going outside, going towards the middle, kind of trying different strategies here. So you like to see it if you're a Cardinals fan, but GCU still not allowing anything for this Incarnate Word offense.
Yeah, the Lopes capitalizing on their chances. So far shooting 100%. 4 shots on goal.
Nice handle by Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson with the ball on the far side of the field. Finds Afonso. Afonso holding off his defender. Afonso gets the line. Looking for Jella over his head. This one gonna roll all the way out of bounds. Saved by the Lopes, but taken by the Cardinals. Played up to Osborne. Osborne didn't know who he was looking for, but kicked it right to the center circle. Afonso with a nice little play, but Jackson was not on the same page. They lose possession. This one played back to Brendan Brown. All the way across to Roberto Diaz. Diaz plays this one up, looking for Bibby, cut off by Say.
Frustration there by Bibby, wanting that ball somewhere else, but Say was able to easily take that one away, and body language of some anger there.
Fonzo over to Sasaverovic. Sasaverovic moving up past midfield. Lopes already up 2-0, and we haven't even seen the defense get very involved. I mean, we saw McLaughlin on that free kick, but Say, McLaughlin, and Sasaverovic are just so aggressive when it comes to the offensive end. All the Lopes on the field are definitely a threat.
And it seems like we see it a lot. The GCU defense starts so strong, and then kind of towards the end of the game, even with the lead, they start to falter.
Josh Drack checking in, the freshman we've been talking about earlier. And Damian Herman for the Lopes. Herman, one of the leading scorers. 4 goals so far. And the Cardinals bringing in another defender, Jonathan Diaz. Diaz checking out for Ryan Osborne. Nicky Jackson almost stole that one.
I was going to say,
Yep.
man.
The ball makes its way back to Joe Brown. Brown plays it up. Looks like he's got Bibby. He lost his kick a little off to the right, but Bibby still connects with it. Bibby was looking for Nava. Sasaverovic knew where that was going the whole time. This one over to Diaz. This one played up to Fournier.
Again. This time he cut to the middle.
Yeah, Fournier playing that one.
And more miscommunication there.
Miscommunication. Herman came in with some energy and was able to steal that one.
3 or 4 times you've seen, and it has been a result negatively for the Cardinals. And miscommunication obviously wound up being a goal.
Mm-hmm. Jordan Slack plays this one up. Fournier was trying to clear up the field. Just kind of shanks that kick right out of bounds. Lopes with a throw and in their own territory. Looking to press. Finds Damian Herman.
Jackson really moving to get open for that ball. He wants it. He wants another go at it.
Lopes moving up the field. Van Ekelen is looking for Bibby. Bibby still showing some frustration. He's playing at the striker position, and he is not very happy so far early on in this game. Say up to Keating, back to McLaughlin. Jordan Slack kicks it up. Jella had the ball, but hard pushed out of bounds. Cardinals ball.
Hey, watch the arm swatting.
This one's sent high. Jordan Slack heads it away. McLaughlin wins that header. Team's trading possession now. Herman cuts in. Coming in with a lot of energy. Gets it over to Drac, the other substitute. Those two working together. They were not on the same page. Drac thought Herman was going to make a run towards the corner. He did not. The ball misses.
Looked good for a second there. And Drac just sent that one to no one.
Bibby working on McLaughlin. McLaughlin tries to get a clean steal. Bibby almost sneaks under him. Cross coming in now for the Cardinals. Over the head of Jonathan Diaz. Diaz steals it back. He's got one man to beat. Slack. Got him. Jackson Jella cut in hard. And a foul against the Cardinals. A little shocking there. Almost looked like Jella cut in and pushed him to the ground.
Not exactly sure.
Right here, Jella comes in, shoulders him to the ground, and trips over the...
Not really sure why that was called there on the offense, but GCU will take it. But
both were tripping over each other's legs. Say puts this ball back into play. Bibby pressuring McLaughlin.
If Lopes allow a goal right now, the 2-0 start means nothing, and all that momentum disappears. So you really want to hold this 2-0, maybe even make it 3 before the lead and not surrender any goals in the first half. I mean, ideally, you don't want to surrender any all game, but...
Lopes trying to finish this half up strong, approaching the 30th minute. Just about 15 to go. Hadim Say cuts it back, pressured by Bibby. Gonna do the smart play and get it back to Pollard. Bibby's been very aggressive so far, really getting in McLaughlin and Say's faces when they have the ball in the defensive zone.
Just doing a good job of pressuring this GCU team, making sure no pass comes easy.
Slack up to Herman.
Can't really take their time.
Herman missed the last game for the last home game for the Lopes against Houston Baptist. Missed part of that game. Been dealing with injuries a little bit recently. But he's back now, coming off the bench, and he looks pretty healthy so far. Lopes with another free kick. Pretty close to where they scored the first one from. But Drac gonna take this one.
Once again, we'll see if he sends it straight in on a shot or arches this one so a teammate can get a head on it.
The lefty sends it in looking for Keating or Jackson, and this one goes over their head.
It's a good ball, just a little too far.
A little bit too far. Just checked in, maybe has a little bit of adrenaline. Kicks that one a little far. This one's sent over to Nava. Headed away. Sasaverovic to Drac. And back to Sasaverovic. Lopes really just controlling possession here. Got a 2-0 lead. Trying to put together just smart soccer and smart plays.
And the Cardinals not really utilizing the whole team to pass it and methodically move it up the field. They're just kind of trying to ISO it to one player by sending it in.
Fournier with a cross in, but Pollard swoops in and keeps that one out. Great play by Jeremy Pollard. Second shot for the Incarnate Word Cardinals. Pollard takes care of that one, no problem whatsoever. Keating's pass blocked. Stolen by Diaz. Guerrero holding off Nicky Jackson. Nicky Jackson beats him to it. Oh, Jackson almost stole that one from Roberto Diaz and would have had a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Cardinals switching the field. Joe Brown. Up to Nava on the far side of the field. That shade is really working its way across the field. Should be covering the whole field anytime now. Next 30 minutes. Roberto Diaz looking for Bibby, misses him. Lopes controlling possession. Lopes up 2-0 here in the 33rd minute. 2 goals separated by 2.5 minutes. First one by Charlie Keating off a free kick from Afonso. Then Nicky Jackson took a Charlie Keating assist and slotted it into the net. And here he goes again. He's got another shot and a great save by Brendan Brown. Nicky Jackson wants that one back.
Well, the pass again. This one just too hard. But are these through balls ever getting through to their teammates or what?
Oh, man, that one was beautiful by Damian Herman. Split maybe 5 Cardinals defenders. Cross sent in.
Just a millisecond too early because it allowed the goalkeeper to collapse in on Jackson there.
Drac sprinting. Had Herman in the middle, but drops it back for Sasaverovic. This cross in for Keating. Headed high. And cleared out by Guerrero.
Not really a good ball there.
Beautiful ball by Damian Herman. Gave Nicky Jackson a great chance. Jackson is unable to convert it. But another shot and another shot on goal for the Lopes. 2 subs coming in for GCU. Bennett Lehner and Alex Ramirez coming in. Jackson Jella and Radia going to take a little break for the Lopes. Probably won't see these guys in this final 11 minutes of this half. Ball played up. Keating steals it. Lehner plays it back to Slack. Alex Ramirez tried to sky in. The new subs just trying to get a touch on the ball, get familiar with it. Hadim Say up to Ramirez. Herman now. Nicky Jackson, leading goal scorer for the Lopes. 7 goals so far on the year. Keating was calling for the ball from Jordan Slack very loudly. Slack opts to drop it back. And Say plays a long ball up for Jackson that misses. Goes straight to Brown in the orange sweater for the Cardinals.
If I'm not mistaken, is that the Texas flag across the chest of the sweater?
It may look like it.
They are from Texas. I just saw
San
it.
Antonio, Texas. University of Incarnate Word Cardinals. Dropped a tough one at home against number 18 in the country, Seattle, in a WAC competition. Lost only 2-0. Very tough game for Incarnate Word. Jackson moving in. Is he going to beat his defender? No. He gets it stolen. This ball played up. Say heads it away. That was a great defensive play by him. If he didn't stop that one, they might have had a very good chance. Jackson plays it back to Herman. He's going to lose possession. This one played up. Darius Feldman chasing after it, but McLaughlin gets it back to his goalkeeper. Your best round of golf awaits at the Grand Canyon University Golf Course. Experience beautiful greens, state-of-the-art amenities, and the redesigned restaurant and clubhouse. Book your tee times today at gcugolf.com.
It's only going to get nicer with the weather, too.
Yep, absolutely. Students get a good discount out there. I've played there quite a few times. It's a nice course. It's one of those fun ones you can play over and over again. And it feels like a different course every time. Great landscape they got there. GCU did a great job redesigning Maryvale Municipal Golf Course there. Say into Laner. Lopes moving up fast. Laner swoops by Slack. Keating centers it to Ramirez. Lopes switching the field. Drac to Herman. Great pass. Herman holds off his defender.
Final several minutes.
Herman another move, trying to stay up.
First half.
Gets it from his knees. Herman got a little too physical there, but what an effort by Damian Herman. Just keeping that one, keeping the Lopes possession there from his hands and knees. A free kick now for the Cardinals. Brendan Brown will take it. Cross to Roberto Diaz. This one played up to Feldman, but well out of bounds. Jordan Slack takes a lot of the throw-ins for the Lopes. Takes another one. Keating with a flick. Guerrero plays it to Fournier. Laner with a good deflection. Gets Lopes possession. Nicky Jackson over to Keating. Back to Jackson. He's moving in, using some speed. Drops it for Ramirez. Played back to Jackson. Jackson pushed down. I think he might have sold that one a little bit. Ref does not call it. That ball was not going to get to him anyways. Goalkeeper Brendan Brown would have beat him there, so not a bad play by Nicky Jackson. Smart heads-up move there. Almost drew a foul for the Lopes. Joe Brown. Cross to Roberto Diaz. Played all the way back to Pollard.
Charge your way through the day with GCBC's premier energy drink, Stampede. Loaded with B vitamins. Enjoy a performance boost that will keep you running with the herd all day. My opinion, that's less sweet than some of the main names. Won't say any, but it's a lot better.
Yeah, I enjoy a good Stampede every now and then. I'd even say up to Keating. Keating looking for Laner. Cardinals moving in on this one. Not going to beat Pollard, though. Great effort by Feldman. It's a good ball by Fournier to Feldman, but Pollard was patient and waited for that one and scooped it up before Feldman could get to it. McLaughlin with the ball on the far side of the field. Slowly moving it up, zigzagging his way. Drac plays it to Ramirez. Ramirez across to Herman. Herman shoots. Deflected away, but Nicky Jackson's there. He gets ahead in the air. Drac with it. Scramble now. Laner's got it. Takes a touch outside. Back to Slack. Slack with a cross in. Drac shoots this one. Saved by Brown. Great little sequence of events for the Lopes, keeping possession and working for a great chance, and Drac had it.
Great pressure, but definitely not the shot that Drac would have liked. Coming across his body, and he just topped it.
Lopes are going to steal possession once again. Slack with another throw-in. Great job by Slack activating off the defense and coming in to cross that one and keep the possession alive for the Lopes. Nikki Jackson heads it, looking for Herman, missed. Ball finds its way back to Jackson. Hard foul. Very threatening free kick now for the Lopes. Just 3.5 minutes remaining here. The Lopes will have a free kick in a very good position. This one looks about 30 yards out for the Lopes. Josh Drack going to take it. Don't think we'll see him shoot this one. If the Lopes were planning on shooting it, they'd bring Nikki Jackson or Herman to shoot it.
Seems like from this distance so far, yeah, they've just been sending that one in, trying to get headers from it. But they could blast one on net and in a corner if they wanted to.
Chandler, Arizona native. Freshman Josh Drack moving in to take this one. He gets it a little low, able to be headed away by the Cardinals. Drack fights for possession again, though, and he'll win it. Up to Herman. Herman's slowing down pace. Every time Herman gets the ball, he just looks like he can hold it all day. Sasaverovic using his speed. Just 2 minutes now. Drack, nice spin move. Hard foul against him. May see a card here, yep. Referee pulls out a yellow card. This one charged to number 5, William Redman, 6'1" defender. San Antonio, Texas, hometown boy for the Cardinals.
Well, again, that's Drack being in good position, but just tripped up, and he had a chance.
Yeah, Drack was going to move in. Maybe a good foul by Redman there. Never want to pick up a yellow card, but may have saved a goal for the Cardinals.
Well, it's already halftime. I mean, at least it's not like the first 20 minutes. Then you have to worry about getting another yellow. Just got to play careful and mistake-free soccer for one more half.
Defenders are 10 yards back. Drack's blocking out the sun.
Those last two, one's been good, one's been bad. We'll see.
There was a good one. This one finds it in. Oh, and a great save by Brendan Brown. It was deflected by a Cardinals defender, and it made its way to Karim Sey's head, and he got one in there very nicely. Headed away by Brendan Brown, though. Great heads-up play by him following the ball.
No, you're exactly right. It was a good one. And off the head of Sey, of course, one of the tallest targets in the box right there. Great shot, but Brown, that's why they give him all the minutes on this team as a goalkeeper.
Yep, beautiful save by Brendan Brown. 6'1" goalkeeper out of Cambridge, England. Drack with the corner. This one comes in looking for Jackson. Ramirez shoots it high. Great shot by Alex Ramirez. Didn't get the full contact on it. And a couple of players down, one for each team. Alex Ramirez, I think, took a hard hit to his leg on that shot. And I cannot see which player is down for Incarnate Word. But his injury looks a little bit more serious than Ramirez's. Ramirez able to walk up, trying to work it off.
He's still laying on his stomach, face down. Not exactly sure what happened, but the shot from the get-go just bounced a little too much.
A little bit chaotic in there.
He had his shot there, and that's why he skied it so high.
Whenever a corner gets crossed in, people start pushing each other, and it can get a little physical in there.
I think they might be signaling for the medical team here at GCU, which they have to have, obviously, an ambulance. on, but it seems like this one might be a little more serious than meets the eye. You never like to speculate.
Yeah, tough place for the Cardinals. Just a minute away from half. Do not want to see a player get injured. Quick little timeout though for each team. Gives us a chance to revisit the fact that the Lopes are out shooting the Cardinals 10-2. Cardinals no shots on goal. The Lopes have 7. Replay to see what happened here, corner.
You get a look at this.
Oh, and he collided with his own teammate. Alex Ramirez got hurt on the shot, but he seems...
Oh, he was calling for
okay.
someone right away, right when he went down.
He knew. Great sign, though. Walking off on his own power. Ronan Fournier. Looks like it may be his hip or his back.
Yeah, that might be a dead leg, a dead back, one of those scenarios once you get a knee or something hard right into the muscle.
But a great sign, though, walking off on his own power. It is gingerly, however. But Ronan Fournier been such a key part of the Cardinals squad. Fournier played all 11 games for the Cardinals. Cardinals have 2 shots so far. He's got one of them, so definitely going to be missing him if he is going to be out for the rest of this game. But hopefully we can see him back in the second half.
Well, good thing only a minute till halftime. He can lick his wounds and rest up.
Cardinals with the ball back. The defensive side. Diaz looking for a long ball. Just 30 seconds here. Trying to connect with Steven Merkins. Merkins, one of the 8 goal scorers this season for the Cardinals. Just 10 seconds left here. This one cleared out of bounds. I'm sure each team is fine with taking this one to the second half. Lopes lead 2-0 so far here at the end of the first half. A great half for the Lopes. Seen some offensive fireworks already. 10 shots, 7 on goal, 2 goals for the Lopes. We'll be right back with the halftime show right after this short timeout.
If you want your life to count, you don't have to have a high IQ and you don't have to have a high EQ. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to have good looks. You don't have to be from a good family or from a good school. You just have to know a few basic, simple, glorious, majestic, obvious, unchanging, eternal things and be gripped by them and be willing to lay down your life for them, which is why anybody in this crowd can make a worldwide difference, because it isn't you, it's what you're gripped with. Don't waste your life. Don't waste it.
There's a burst of excitement at GCU as the Lopes gear up for their season, and they're ready for action. The only NCAA Division I men's soccer team in the state will dominate the field at our state-of-the-art 6,000-seat soccer stadium. Former MLS Coach of the Year, head soccer coach Shellis Heineman leads this all-star squad at the epicenter for soccer in the state. Come catch all the family-friendly excitement. Games will sell out. Get your GCU season tickets today at lopestickets.com.
Welcome back here. Lopes lead 2-0 at the end of the first half. Nikki Jackson scores and Charlie Keating. Lopes have been very aggressive early on. 10 shots, 7 on goal. How have they done it, Alex?
Well, Nikki Jackson in the passing, and GCU's really just outmanned this defense for the Cardinals, and as a result, they're up 2-0.
Lopes have looked a lot more aggressive and looked a lot stronger. Nikki Jackson, the star for the Lopes. How is the Cardinals able to stop him? And if they don't, how can the Lopes just keep feeding it to him?
Well, they haven't been able to stop him so far, and Brown was able to make that save, but that's just because Jackson kind of ran out of room. If they keep giving Jackson the ball like they have been and feeding him, then we'll see 4-5 goals in this game, not just 2.
Brendan Brown, the goalkeeper for the Cardinals, has had his hands full in that first half. Let's toss it to Dewey Jeffries and catch up with some other athletics around campus.
Thanks, guys. I'm Dewey Jeffries, and welcome back to your Lopes Halftime Report. Lopes Soccer has been putting up quite a fight on the road. With their 5-6 record, the men were defeated in Bakersfield, California against CSUB. But that same weekend, Nikki Jackson scored the one and only goal the entire game to get GCU the win in double overtime as they claimed redemption in the victory against San Jose State. Women's soccer has also struggled on the road away from home, losing to both UTRGV and New Mexico State last week. The Lopes are back at home this weekend and hope to break their losing streak facing Chicago State tonight and UMKC on Sunday. Now, for those of you who might not have heard all that earth-shattering pirate partying late-night commotion, this past Friday was Midnight Madness. Students from all over campus came out to the quad in front of the arena days in advance and camped out in anticipation for the legendary opening to men's and women's basketball seasons. As soon as the clock struck midnight, the arena full of students, parents, and athletes was ready to take what was theirs. Let's take a look.
Talking about the party, shorty, all my homies ready for it. I throw the money and you can't ignore it. Talking about the party, shorty, all my homies ready for it.
Everyone on and off campus is ready for basketball season to take off, especially now that GCU is eligible to participate in the postseason and the WAC tournament for the first time ever. Basketball season tickets have already been sold out, but individual game tickets can still be purchased at gcarena.com or at the GC Arena box office here on campus. As basketball is gearing up for the season to start, don't forget to come out and support women's soccer this weekend on Sunday, October 15th, as they go up against UMKC at 1 p.m. in the GCU Stadium. That's your Lopes Halftime Report, and I'm Dewey Jeffries. We'll see you next time.
Did you get a chance to go there?
I did not.
Well, I was there, and it was a blast. The electricity was high, and it was very exciting. I was wondering if they could step it up from last year, and now that we're postseason eligible, everyone seems to be even more fired up. It was very exciting. Let's toss it to the GCU Hotel halftime highlights and check out how the Lopes did in that first half, up 2-0. Maybe we won't have those highlights just yet. Here they are. Great save by Brendan Brown. A couple shots for the Lopes early on, and then they struck. Fonzo with a corner in. A little scramble for the ball, and Keating was able to tap it in over Miguel Ojeda. Great play by the Lopes there. Happy about that one. And a great ball by Keating to Jackson, and he slots it. He had another one like that from Herman. Was unable to finish it. There it is again. Great angle for the Lopes. So Lopes lead 2-0 so far. They're dominating pace, and it's been pretty impressive.
Well, they look good, and like I said, if they can keep the passing up, there's no reason why they can't add twice or even 3 times what they have right now.
Well, the Ethington Theater has opened up with Tartuffe, a comedy. Let's take a look at that French comedy and some of the pieces and actors from that.
This is Ashley Romantic with GCU TV, and I am here at Effington Theater to talk with some of the cast and crew about GCU's latest theatrical production, Tartuffe. So what is Tartuffe about?
It's basically a story about a comedy about hypocrisy, love, and family antics. It's about not always trusting what you see. The lead character of Oregon, he believes this pious, holy facade that Tartuffe puts on, but no one else buys it, and so they sort of have to warn him and get him to see the error of his ways before it's too late for any of them.
And what has been the most fun aspect of production for you?
Probably seeing the whole collaboration of everybody's designs. This whole show is student designed, and to be able to see all of their talents being finally brought all together, because we see little tiny bits and pieces, but this week brings everything finally together, and it's amazing to honor each other and their talents.
And what is the message you want the audience to walk away with?
I want the audience to walk away with the message to trust those who care about you. Those who care about you want nothing but the best for you, and when they're saying, hey, a nice man is going to steal everything from you, you should probably listen to them.
And what has been the most fun aspect of the show for you?
This is a very physical role for me, which I'm not used to, so I do a lot of physical comedy. I roll around on the floor and stomp my feet and run around like a crazy person, which is kind of fun.
Why should people come and see this show?
It's really funny. Like, it's very entertaining. We have a great time up here, and I think people have a great time watching it. The costumes and the set and the props and everything is gorgeous. So even if you're not really a theater person, I think you can come and, see these wigs and the costumes and be like, wow, they put a lot of work into this. So I think people will enjoy it.
Tartuffe will be playing October 13th through the 15th and 20th through the 22nd. Make sure to grab a ticket because it's a show you don't want to miss.
Looks like it should be a pretty good play. I'm just amazed at some of those costumes and those hair pieces they were wearing. That's got to take a lot of work, and I walk past them outside making their backdrops and sets every day, and I'm amazed at the creativity that some of those people at Effington Theater have. Tickets are free to students with a GCU ID. You're going to want to get those and check out that play.
There's a burst of excitement at GCU as the Lopes gear up for their season, and they're ready for action. The only NCAA Division I men's soccer team in the state will dominate the field at our state-of-the-art 6,000-seat soccer stadium. Former MLS Coach of the Year, head soccer coach Shellis Heineman, leads this all-star squad at the epicenter for soccer in the state. Come catch all the family-friendly excitement. Games will sell out. Get your GCU season tickets today at lopestickets.com.
GCU is on a mission. Our Division I men's basketball team is stacked with talented veterans and international star athletes. See every exciting matchup and experience our rise from college athletes of the dream to champions. Here we come. Our purpose, our season, our time. We are Lopes Rising. Catch all the family-friendly excitement. Limited season tickets available. Get them now to lock them in for generations to come at lopestickets.com. Don't miss out.
Hey you! Are you ready? Grab your pack, grab your tent, grab your gear. Jump in. We're going on an adventure. Here in Arizona, there's so much to see, so much to do, so much to experience. When I started my degree program at Grand Canyon University, I knew I was embarking on a journey. I never expected it to be such an adventure. Offering over 200 academic programs with a Christian worldview and nestled in the heart of Phoenix, you're never more than a few short hours from something worth remembering. At GCU, adventure is never too far away. Study hard, play hard, never stop moving. What are you waiting for? Come earn your degree in fewer than 4 years while exploring everything Arizona has to offer. So, you ready? Find your purpose in Arizona. Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/azroadtrip.
This show is a French comedy that's basically about deception and a man that takes advantage of an entire family by deceiving them into thinking that he's a holy man.
It's really funny. It's very entertaining, and we have a great time up here, and I think people will have a great time watching it.
Tartuffe will be playing October 13th through the 15th and 20th through the 22nd. Make sure to grab a ticket because it's a show you don't want to miss.
Nikki Jackson and Charlie Keating, the 2 goal scorers for the Lopes. Keating with an assist and Alex Radia with an assist. So far for the Lopes, they lead 2-0. Alex, how do they keep this momentum going and build it going forward into the second half?
I think all the pressure that they've had, and especially early, got to the heads of the Cardinals and just made mistakes. They pushed a little bit and were thinking about too much. That first goal sent in there by Afonso really should have been easy. It shouldn't have been a goal at all, but miscommunication between 3 players, and it just sat out in front and allowed Keating to put it home. And then the ball to Nikki Jackson was just beautiful. And then the third one that he missed and was off the feet, or I should say low on the goaltender Brown. I mean, he just ran out of room there, so they're giving their playmakers the balls they need to score. They just have to keep doing it.
The referees making their way back out here. Teams are grouping up, talking about strategy. The goalkeeper for the Lopes, Jeremy Pollard, hasn't touched the ball much. Only 2 shots that both missed target for the Cardinals. But how much confidence does it give the Lopes to know that they have such a good goalkeeper there? He's got 3 shutout wins this season. How much confidence does that add for them?
Well, the back line is always, of course, the most crucial part of defense and in the goaltender. And without a strong goalie, kind of feel like you have to keep the ball on offense all the time and work it around, and then once it gets down to your defensive end, you kind of get nervous, and then that's when mistakes happen when you're not yourself. So Pollard being that strong keeper, I think, really allows this offense to play a little more freely and be more productive.
We've seen the opposite side of that defense. Lopes got such a strong back line with Sasaverovic, Adim Say, and McLaughlin, but Lopes been able to get a lot of through balls through the back line of the Cardinals. They haven't been cutting them off just like the Lopes normally do. And that's enabled the Lopes to get 2 goals and 10 shots, 7 of those on target. Cardinals are also getting very physical with 7 fouls so far this game. The Lopes are leading the way with 3 corners. Players getting warmed up and ready to go here. Clock strikes 0. The referee is holding the ball at center field, right in the center of the GCU logo. The Havocs fans are getting back on their feet, excited for the Lopes. We got a different little lineup coming in for the Lopes. Austin Day making his first appearance in this game. Bennett Lehner staying out there. Josh Drack going to remain on the field alongside Alex Ramirez, and the rest of the Lopes starters remain on the field.
So GCU can come out to a hot start like they did in the first half, because I think this time if they come out running already, they'll get a goal early, and that'll really bury this Cardinal team and allow no chance of a comeback, because a couple times it's happened where GCU's had a lead and then later on score, then it's a close game, and that's why you have so many overtime games.
So an all gas, no brakes situation for the Lopes in this second half. Keep their foot on the pedal. Opposite of GCU, the Cardinals have their original starting lineup back in the game. The Cardinals will put it back into play. Captain Joe Brown played the ball up. Bibby gets it. We saw Bibby showing a lot of frustration early on in that first half. He played it back to Fournier. Great to see Fournier back on the field.
Well, that injury we Didn't know what it was. It seems like it was just that dead leg or proverbial dead muscle, I suppose.
Austin Day with the ball in the corner, shielded his defender. It'll be kicked to Jeremy Pollard for a goal kick. This one put back into play over McLaughlin. McLaughlin over to Say. Adim Say, long ball, launches it up the field. Completely switches it. Josh Drack gets it. Trying to beat his defender, but Guerrero with great pressure and great defense. Back to Redmond. Redmond with the yellow card, the only card given out by the referee. This one played up to Osborne. Osborne is really someone that needs to get going for the Cardinals if they want to get a little comeback here. Leading point getter for the Cardinals. And he was second on the team last year, so he is the leader of this offense. Him and Bibby need to work together a little bit better. Stay focused. Pratt was coming in for this one, but not before McLaughlin could sky it high. Ball getting headed around. Changing possessions. Redmond up to Guerrero. Play to Ojeda. Herman got a little physical and pushed him right in the back. He falls over it. Ojeda and Herman sticking to each other. Very similar players. Quick, good footwork, good dribbling skills. They've been defending each other this whole game ever since Damian Herman checked in.
Pretty decent opportunity here for the Cardinals.
Joe Brown, great cross in, but no Cardinals were able to get their foot on it. Van Eekelen lets that one slide by. Joe Brown with another attempt to get it into the box. This one coming in looks a little threatening, but right to Pollard.
That initial free kick was sent in very well to the box, but not sure how any Cardinals couldn't even get a head on it.
Keating with a great run, holding off his defenders, and he draws a foul call against him. It was one of the earlier tackles right here. Great play by Charlie Keating. Keating feeling himself a little bit this game. 1 goal, 1 assist. He's looked very hot in this game. Aiden McLaughlin over to Austin Day. Right in front of the Havocs on the platform. Herman back to Lehner. Lehner's got time and space.
It was a great give and go and a good job trying to get top side.
And a foul against the Cardinals. Looks like a penalty kick coming up for the Lopes. Lehner kicked this one in. It was blocked aside. Herman came in, got fouled. Looks like a PK upcoming for the Lopes. Damian Herman and Nicky Jackson, the leaders of this team, talking about who's going to take it. And I think Herman's going to hand it off to Nicky Jackson.
How about that initial attempt, though, to drive in from the corner off that lead pass and try to get top side?
Nicky Jackson looking for his 2nd goal of the game. His 5th goal in 4 games. Nicky Jackson moving in. Saved by Brown. A great save. He tipped it, then it went off the post. A corner for the Lopes upcoming, but a missed opportunity there by Nicky Jackson. You bet he wanted that one back.
Jackson decided to keep that one on the ground as opposed to elevating it. And Brown was all over it. Was able to deflect it just to make it go wide off the post.
Alex Ramirez with the corner kick in there. McLaughlin heads it back. Lehner shoots. Scramble for the ball now. This one cleared out. But the Lopes attack isn't over yet. Kind of a bicycle kick through ball to Damian Herman. This one missed. Alex Ramirez still staying physical, trying to get the ball. Keating tried to cut that one off. McLaughlin coming up. Lopes trying to keep this attack going. But I think the Cardinals finally finished it, and they're coming back on the counterattack. Cross in, looking for Pratt. Headed away by Say. Josh Drack. Great job by Josh Drack. Nicky Jackson with a nifty little back kick over his head and kept the run going. Got a little strong with it, though. Cardinals moving in now. This one to Pollard. Fournier was looking like he was going to beat Austin Day on the run, but Pollard came in to save the day again. Bennett Lehner. The ball works its way over to Sasaverovich. He's coming up. He's got a lot of space. Finds Drack. Drack with a cross. Looking for Herman. Header over the net. Great chance by Damian Herman. Josh Drack found him in the box, but they miss just over the net.
Well, absolutely spot on to the direction of where he wanted it, but just a little too hard. I would have liked to see Drack get a little bit more air under it so that Herman gets his head underneath it and can go down on the ball.
Throw in for the Cardinals. Redmond launches this one up. Lopes looking real hot early on, coming out, firing on all cylinders. They've had two great chances so far. They may even be playing better than they were in the first half. Nicky Jackson tries to make a move there and loses that one to the goalkeeper. Brown has let in 2 goals so far, but he's played a pretty solid game. 6 saves and plenty of great chances for the Lopes. Say had a great header in the first half. Just saved Nicky Jackson's penalty kick right there. So although he's let in 2 goals, Brown is playing pretty well. Redmond plays it to Osborne. Lopes steal possession. Sasaverovich loses it. This one, Redmond plays it up. McLaughlin so strong. Throw in for the Cardinals upcoming. Guerrero going to take this one. Drops it back to Redmond. Big time field switch. This one headed out by Charlie Keating. Josh Drack with it. Sasaverovich going to play it up to Nicky Jackson. This one headed high. Jackson's trying to hold him off. Jackson steals it. He's moving in. Was trying to play it Herman, but blocked out by the Cardinals. And a corner upcoming for the Lopes. Never miss a game. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get notifications for all your Lopes action. Subscribe at youtube.com/GCU. We have 20,000 subscribers and growing fast. Really big for our channel. Make sure to set up notifications for that. You'll literally never miss a game. You'll always be notified when we go live for all GCU Lopes athletics.
Come a long way from when we started.
Yeah, we have. Alex Ramirez with the corner. Looking for Say over his head. McLaughlin heads it to Drack. Drack saves it. Herman with a cross just over the goalie's head. Misses everybody and out of bounds for a goal kick.
Right idea by Herman, because they found success in that lately, getting their head to the ball off the cross, but not quite there.
Ryan Osborne with the ball on the far side of the field. He finds Bibby. Bibby had time and space, but dropped it back. All the way over. Guerrero. Up to Bibby. This one kicked out by the Lopes. Will remain Cardinals' possession. Pratt centers it to Van Eekelen. Looking for Fournier. Lopes defense just so solid, not letting anything into the box. No fly zone there for the Cardinals. Blocked by Keating, wanted a handball, makes its way to Guerrero. Guerrero's cross attempt blocked by Sasaverovic. Corner kick upcoming for Incarnate Word.
I think I saw a handball there too.
Yeah. I'm sure the Cardinals wanted that handball more than they would want a corner. Van Eekelen taking the corner kick. Cardinals attackers bunched together. Now they're separating. Comes in, headed away by Nicky Jackson. Cross coming in. This one headed away by Day. I don't know how long they practice it or how much of their practice time they use for it, but the Lopes are just so good at headers. From Say to Nicky Jackson scoring goals to even McLaughlin, they are just so solid when it comes to using their head.
Really underrated skill or talent soccer player, because you need to use your head so often.
The key thing for the Lopes is as well as their height. Nicky Jackson, not tall but can jump very high. And of course you got McLaughlin and Say that are both over 6 foot. Definitely a huge advantage for the Lopes. Replay coming hard, foul on Alex Ramirez. And Ramirez will take the free kick, or he'll set it down for Sasaverovic. This one played over to Bennett Lehner. Almost outran himself. This one deflected back. He's going to chase after it. Lopes switching the field. Sasaverovic. He's got Keating. McLaughlin. Now to Say. Here comes a big kick by Say. Looking for Jackson. Jackson gets to it. Left-footed shot misses wide. Jackson had time and space. Decided to shoot quickly with his left foot. And he doesn't get full contact and misses wide.
Well, that ball could have been shot by Jackson right when he got it. But he decides to kind of take his time and let it settle a little bit. And it's a good idea to keep the ball from bouncing, but left-footed across the body kind of shot.
Keating with the ball, working it back. Lopes trying to get another chance. It's a great play by Nicky Jackson to get in. This cross comes in looking for Jackson. Blocked away.
Usually when Jackson's 1-0 with the keeper inside the box, it's a sure goal.
We've seen it twice this game where he didn't score. One was a penalty kick, and another one he had a one-on-one, and he shot it right at the goalkeeper. Of course, he has finished one, but
the expectations for this guy, right?
Yeah. 3 chances that he hasn't completed. Nicky Jackson probably wishes he had a couple of those back and had a hat trick. Another substitute checking in for the Cardinals, Roman Cano. Cardinals, so many substitutes moving in and out. They've played a lot of guys this game. They shuffle them in and out. It's pretty great to see. And they play a lot of defenders, even in different positions. Early on, they checked in Diaz, and they put him into a attacking position. So the Cardinals coach is not afraid to mix these guys around. Afonso checks back in for the Lopes. Nicky Jackson, he couldn't track down the ball, but he would have had another one-on-one with the goalie.
Sometimes they're just kind of throwing it to Jackson in the middle and hoping for chance, and it's worked out.
Lehner, time and space, shoots high and wide. You almost think you wanted Lehner to wait there. He had Jackson moving in, but he did not know that. He had a lot of time and space. He was able to crack the whip, but he misses high.
Well, if you lob that one into the middle, I think Jackson redeems himself. The third attempt. I don't think he misses the third one.
Redmond. Over to Cano. Cardinals working the ball up. Cardinals still without a shot in this half, still without a shot on goal in the game. They're just trying to get something going, but the Lopes defense is just stifling. Incarnate Word now moving in. Ball was looking for Bibby, but it sort of a little to the left. The wind is moving that way here in GCU Soccer Stadium tonight, but not that much. This one finds its way to Pollard. He stopped that play. I'd even say another long ball up to Afonso. Afonso outran that one a little bit. Bicycle kick to keep it back into play. Nice back heel by Keating, looking for Afonso, but misses him. Lopes keeping the pressure high. Ramirez with this one. Crowded field over here on the left side. Would have almost liked to see the Lopes switch it there. This one chipped up. And there the Cardinals go, switching the field now. Austin Day and Lehner playing it between each other. Cardinals play it up. Osborne's got it. Cardinals moving in with speed. Almost lost possession, kicked right back to him. Osborne's got it on the side of the box. Cross coming in over Bibby's head. Sasaverovic heads it out. It'll be a corner for the Lopes, but they avoid that danger.
Good job, Sasaverovic, getting that one out because that side of the net was wide open.
Smart play by the defender out of Munich, Germany. The redshirt senior. Of course, that redshirt from his injury last year. But he's back, and he's had a big role in the Lopes season so far this year. Referee talking to Herman. Herman getting a little physical in the box before this corner kick. Referee telling him to knock it off. Also going to the Cardinals guy. I'm sure it's Miguel Ojeda. They've been going at it all game, getting real physical between the two of them. Corner coming in, headed away by Jackson. There the Lopes go again.
Good job getting a bunch of heads on that one.
Yep. This one by Say. And kicked high and well away from the goal. This one over by the engineering building. That shot was not struck the way Roberto Diaz intended.
Almost onto Camelback.
Yeah. Launched that one high and out of GCU Soccer Stadium. Afonso gets the ball played up to him. Keating up to Herman. This one kicked out by Van Eekelen. Afonso now with the ball. Two defenders were on him. He gets it stolen. But he's not giving up that easy. Coming right back at him. Keating assisting him. Cano plays it to Redmond. Back to Cano. Afonso, great pressure there that whole time. Sasaverovic heads it. Lopes take possession. All that stemmed from Afonso's consistent pressure. This ball played up. Damian Herman almost got to it. Outran it a little bit. Poor ball by Keating. He had Herman in, and the referee did not raise the flag, so I think he was onside. Afonso back on this near side, keeping the pressure high. Cardinals say they don't want to mess with Alfonso anymore. Switch the field. Ojeda. Van Eekelen. Across. Cardinals right in front of the Havocs. Lopes up 2-0 here, 64th minute.
After spending the last few weeks on the road, women's volleyball returns home on October 19th to take on Chicago State. Catch the game live on GCU.TV.
Lopes women's volleyball fell to Chicago State earlier this year. They probably looking for revenge.
Definitely winnable. They brought it 3-2 against Chicago State. After going down 2-0, couldn't finish it out.
They definitely want revenge, and no better place to do it than right here in GCU Arena. Definitely not going to want to miss that game. You can catch that here on GCU TV, as Alex said, or you can come in person to GCU Arena October 19th. Musa Morris Demos checks in for the Lopes. Ooh, almost stole that free kick. Put back into play by Cano. Demos checked in for Nikki Jackson. Maybe the last time we see Nikki Jackson tonight. Alex Ramirez playing Herman. Herman gets to it. Falls over his defender, but no foul.
Saw legs there.
Yeah, Cardinals defender swooped in. Herman wanted a foul, as well as the Lopes fans did. But no call. The ball makes its way all the way back to Pollard. Lopes remain up 2-0. Pace has slowed down dramatically. Lopes looking a lot less urgent with their offensive attacks. And anything the Cardinals get going, the Lopes just stuff. But the Lopes in now. Offsides. Referee did not wave the flag until Demos got to it and touched it. Demos was a little frustrated about that one. As the ball was soaring in, he looked over to the referee and no flag up, but right as he touched it, flag went up. Two subs each, checking in for the Cardinals in the Lopes. Radia and Jella coming back in. Keating and Lehner leaving the game. Keating the leading Lope for the Lopes so far this game. 1 goal, 1 assist. This one cleared out by Say. Kicked it away. Row in for the Cardinals deep in the Lopes territory. Pratt loses that one to Jella.
See if they can get going some off the field here.
Lopes using speed. Jella up to Demos. Demos has got Herman and Jella with him. He crosses it in, blocked out by Redmond. Corner kick for the Lopes. We'll see which defenders make their way up the field. Looks like Alex Ramirez is going towards the corner to take this one, and the two towers are moving in. Aiden McLaughlin and Nadim Say coming into the box. I'm sure they will be the target for Alex Ramirez on this corner kick. Sent in, low missile. Alfonso gets a piece of it. He missed the goal wide.
A little awkward. Seems like he tweaked some there or mistimed it. Maybe would have been a good opportunity for Alfonso had he gotten his foot on it.
Mm-hmm. Did not get the contact he wanted. They lost it out of bounds. Lopes take possession. Jella up to Demos. Lopes got 3 fast attackers in here. Demos played it in, blocked out. Another corner for the Lopes. Corner count is rising.
Gonna have to stop trying to get the ball to the middle of the box on the ground, though. It's just not working. Clearly, it's going off the Cardinals defenders. Get it in the air and maybe try for some headers. Last 3 or 4 times, it's just been right on the ground.
7th corner upcoming for the Lopes. They have not scored on one of them yet. Lopes scored on a free kick, set piece, and a through ball from Charlie Keating. Another low grounder coming in. Say still in there, heads it. Misses the net wide. Almost kept it in. Herman was almost able to chase that one down.
Well, that's got to be something Shellis told them. Maybe he sees something where that ball can go on the ground and it can slip between some legs, but no avail the last couple times.
Lopes fans still having a fun time in here. Saw Thunder jumping around, dancing with them. Lopes lead 2-0. Ryan Osborne moving in for the Cardinals. Dumps it off to Pratt. Pratt misses his target, looking for Jonathan Diaz. Alfonso moving in. Juked his defender out a little bit. Demos has got some time. Drops it back to Ramirez. Ramirez was looking for Herman, misses him. Lopes cut off another through ball intended for the Cardinals attackers.
Acceleration right through the middle of those 2 defenders. That's beautiful.
Jella, great play by Jella. Herman tapped it right back to him. Makes its way over to Alfonso. Gets Demos. Demos popped it up. Unable to keep possession there against the Cardinal defender, but a throw in for the Lopes.
Again, one-on-one, they tried to hit Demos in the box, guarded by his man, and tried to hit him on the foot.
Alfonso fighting his defender. Sasaverovic there to help. Foul against Sasaverovic.
Calling illegal procedure.
He did not put the ball down in the spot he was fouled.
Don't even know how
Didn't give the
Incarnate
Lopes
Word even got the ball off that.
Didn't give the Lopes a chance to reset. Possession now with the Cardinals. Defense trying to make a stab. Cardinals have added 1 shot this half. They were unable to convert it. Still without a shot on goal. Pratt up to Diaz. Diaz in, headed away by McLaughlin. Still in the box. Good chance by Osborne. Blocked away by Say. Say then fouls him hard. Osborne laid on the ground in disgust. I don't know if he hated his shot attempt or wanted a foul, but was not happy.
Nice defensive play as momentum shifts. If the Cardinals find a goal right here, this whole game becomes a different story of what it's been for the last 72 minutes.
Lopes have looked just going through the motions in this second half. 2-goal. That's why they say a 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead in soccer. This one played over to McLaughlin. Up to Sasaverovic. Alfonso held. You can see it from up here in the press box. Guerrero had hands around him. Was holding him down. Sasaverovic was taking a peek over to Austin Day on the far side of the field. He'll go up to Alfonso instead. Alfonso with a nifty little move. Gets past his defender. Tried to, no foul called against him. Not very happy about it, and I think he's got a case. He was played it, took a touch past his defender, tried to get around him, and the guy held him down. Cano did not let him pass. This one played to Redmond, center of the field. Ojeda up to Van Eekelen. Fournier fighting Austin Day. Day cleared that one out. Will be a throw in for the Cardinals. Feldman gets the throw in. Van Eekelen crosses it in. Headed away by McLaughlin. Another solid defensive play for the Lopes. Nothing going for the Cardinals with just 16 minutes remaining in this game. If they want to find a way to tie it up, they better get going. Feldman made a move to the center. Cleared away by Say.
Said earlier how Incarnate Word was being non-predictable. Well, now they're being completely predictable. They just can't figure anything out that's successful, and it looks really, really difficult for them to even get a ball to a teammate.
Ojeda now had a couple guys moving in. Couldn't connect with them. This one played all the way over to Diaz.
Yeah, 27.
Kicked in the middle to Ramirez. Hard foul against Herman, and he tripped his defender. Herman's still on the ground. Definitely not good to see Herman down. Got pushed down by Van Eekelen, not happy about it. He's able to get up before the trainer can even get to him, so that's a good sign, though. But Herman is not one of the players we want to see a little shaken up.
Well, and for no other reason, GCU just down and maybe milking it a little, take some of the time off the clock.
Clock still at 75 minutes.
Stopped, right?
75-0-0 on the clock. Looks like Charlie Keating at the substitution table getting ready to check in. Don't know if it's for Herman or who it is for, but we will see him shortly.
This one played over to Afonso. We got a 2-on-1 with Afonso and Herman.
Great ball.
Gets it to Herman. Herman shoots. Sure scores! No goal for the Lopes. Flag was up. Tough call. Afonso saw Herman. This one put back into play real quickly.
Cardinals trying to capitalize on the Lopes' disappointment. But Alfonso played that one up to Herman, and the referee had the flag up. The head official looked over and knew it immediately. Offsides is the call. Damian Herman, no goal.
Alfonso had the right idea and sent an absolutely perfect ball to his teammate, but just offside, and you could maybe tell by the defenders for the Cardinals before that.
Roman Cano up to the fresh sub, Griffin Mollis. Headed away by Day. This one finds its way to Diaz. Sasaverovic heads it up to Demos. Lopes moving in now. Lopes want to get a goal. They got one taken away from them there by an offsides goal. They're trying to get one back. Hard foul against Jella. Ronan Fournier not happy about that one. He's telling the head referee, how about you let the linesman make the call? But he does not. Jella pushed down. Free kick for the Lopes from about 10 yards diagonal from the corner of the box. Smoke still trying to leave the stands after that goal. Did the smoke cannons. Everyone was on their feet. Thought Herman had tacked another one on for the Lopes, but offsides in the 75th minute. Marco Afonso, free kick. Aiden McLaughlin just misses it. Timed that jump perfectly, but the ball just flew over his head. A great chance for the Lopes. As you were saying, they went back in the air and had another great chance.
Just perfect, and Afonso put that one right where it needed to be. I think just inches away from getting off the head.
Herman had Afonso making a run, but he'll drop it back to his defense. Lopes trying to run as much clock as possible in this game. Approaching the 10-minute mark. This one played up to Jella. Food for the Hungry presents the Air One Positive Hits Tour at the Grand Canyon University Arena Sunday, October 15th, featuring Grammy nominees Skillet, Britt Nicole, and more. Tickets are on sale now at gcuarena.com. October 15th, 2 days from today. This Sunday, that one came up quick.
No, just like all the events here at GCU, always something fun going on.
Go to gcuarena.com to get your tickets today. Jello was on the ground. Took a minute to get up. Just stalling Lopes are just trying to tick these final 11 and a half minutes off this clock. Maybe get one or two more chances. Herman plays it up to Jella. Faster than his defender. Jella beat him and took too hard of a touch, and Brown swoops in and gets that one.
Wow, what a run by Jella, man. He was fast.
He's got to be tired after that one. He swooped in, sprinted by, and jetted past his defender. Almost had a chance. Ojeda looked promising there, but Say comes in and stuffs it again. Story of the game so far. Lopes get an attack, get a good chance. And the Cardinals come back and get stuffed by Say McLaughlin or Amir Sasaverovich. Shot now blocked by Radia. Malice loses it. Radia's pass deflected out by Diaz. Throw in deflected away. Cardinals trying to keep possession. Late sub in this game. Malice was fighting for it there. He's one of the 8 goal scorers. Demos moving in for the Lopes. He tried to slow it down, lost possession. Foul against Demos on Redmond.
A nice hesitation move right there, but the defender right on him comes and sweeps up.
Goalkeeper comes up for this free kick. Trying to get people up there for one last effort. Just 9.5 minutes left. Pushing it up the field. All out attack now for the Cardinals. Keating shoulders this one away. Alfonso thought he had Herman cutting in, but instead he went on the outside of his defender. One played up for Fournier. Day beats him to it. Kicks it away. Substitute checking in for the Cardinals. Carlos Guerrera coming back in. Ojeda checking out. May have seen the last of him today. Good solid game for him. Was going at it with Herman all day. The Cardinals lose possession out of bounds. That's what we've seen all day from them. Just sloppy play.
It's been poor on behalf of the Cardinals.
Moving in now, have a chance. Malice with it. And he loses it out of bounds. Goalkeeper to Pollard.
But it's also been a very strong defensive performance from GCU all around. No saves at all for Pollard. And you can't really tell, as a goalkeeper, if that's a good day or a bad day. Bad because you're not getting any action, but good because you're not getting any action.
Mm-hmm. Aiden McLaughlin over to Say. This one back to Say. Lopes defense just playing with the ball now, keeping it away from the Cardinals attackers. Trying to preserve this shutout for their goalkeeper, Jeremy Pollard. As much as he's touched the ball, dribbling it today, Pollard without a save so far in this game. 0 save shutout upcoming for him. Credit this one to the defense. Bunch of subs coming in for the Lopes. Captain Jordan Slack making his way back in. Bennett Laner. Andy Alanis coming in. Couple Lopes subs getting some energy in there for the last 7 minutes, just making sure they don't give up any goals. Maybe get a few more attacks. Maybe get one of these younger guys a goal. Sasaverovich throw in. Going for the sub, Alanis. Kicked away. Malice heads it. Slack gonna get it. Slack just launches it all the way to Brendan Brown. Brown playing it up to his attackers. Say headed that one away. Keating wanted a foul, was pushed down hard. This one cut off by Slack. Laner will have all the time in the world. He kicks it out. Wanted to make sure his midfielder, Charlie Keating, was okay. Throw in for the Cardinals. Far side of the field. This one played up, looking for Malice. Griffin Malice was trying to steal it from Say. Hard task to do. Cut in now by the Cardinals. Deflected. Diaz wanted it, but Sasaverovich says no. Keating up to Herman. Lopes may have another chance here. Alfonso up to Herman. Beat to it by Redmond and sent well into the crowd. Sasaverovich throws it in high, going for Alanis again. Ball played through, cut off by Say.
Good job keeping that ball in front of him.
Just 5 minutes left here in GCU Soccer Stadium. Lopes lead 2-0. And what a clinical performance by this Lopes defense. Aiden McLaughlin pokes it away. Looking for Alanis. Alanis been active in these couple minutes he's checked in. This ball played up to him. He is onside. Had Afonso running, drops to Herman. Herman finds Afonso. Afonso loses it. And Alanis was beat to it. But another almost good chance for the Lopes there again. Keeping the pressure high.
And it's good to see, too, with your substitutes at the end of the game in the final 5 minutes. It means that you have subs that can come on and play when you actually need it. Not saying they don't need it now, but up 2-0, a little more comfortable.
Afonso crosses it in. Looking on the far side for Bennett Laner. This one played up. McLaughlin getting pretty aggressive. Retreats back. Afonso's had a solid game for him. For the Lopes. Good game all around for GCU. Not one standout. Everyone just doing their job. Van Ekelen moving in now. Shot blocked. Frustrating game for the Cardinals. They haven't been able to get anything going on the offensive end. Brendan Brown with the ball. Kicks it to the far side of the field. Just 2.5 minutes left. Maybe a last chance effort for the Cardinals. Redmond. Into Hoya. Shot. Missed wide. This one rolls out of bounds for a goal kick.
Just grasping for straws in the final couple of middens there. But I think you or I could have kicked it better than that one.
Yeah, that was a weak shot, low on the ground. I thought it was almost a ball play to one of his attackers that was swooping in, but unable to get to it. McLaughlin plays it back to Jeremy Pollard. Some high pressure coming in for the Cardinals now. They're going to steal it, and they've got some numbers. Van Eekelen, Lopes midfield retreating. Moving in fast. Played up to Malice. Cut back by Malice. Played in. They're going to have a chance here. Shoot blocked by Keating. Herman's got it now. And a foul against Van Eekelen. He's not happy about that one.
It's a great GCU block right there, but so you're that's got to be put at least on net if you're Incarnate Word, but just showing why they've been struggling so much and why they haven't even put a shot on goal.
Great chance there by the Cardinals, but another block by Keating. The Lopes defense just absolutely shutting down anything the Cardinals have done tonight. Afonso, great cut by Afonso, keeps it in bounds. Staying in bounds, working the tightrope over there. Almost looked like he got hit in the face when he lost possession there. The Cardinals play it back to Brown. Just 30 seconds remaining here. Slide in by Sasa Verovich to kick that one out of bounds. Lopes trying to keep this clean sheet. Cardinals trying to get a consolation goal. Big cross coming in. Keating knocks that one out. Has 7 seconds left. Big ball by Redmond. A shot by the Cardinals at the buzzer to end this game. Lopes win this game 2-0, powered by 2 early goals. Nikki Jackson and Charlie Keating win this one. Good win for the Lopes. We'll be right back here after the short timeout to wrap this game up.
If you want your life to count, you don't have to have a high IQ and you don't have to have a high EQ. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to have good looks. You don't have to be from a good family or from a good school. You just have to know a few basic, simple, glorious, majestic, obvious, unchanging, eternal things and be gripped by them and be willing to lay down your life for them, which is why anybody in this crowd can make a worldwide difference. Because it isn't you. It's what you're gripped with. Don't waste your life. Don't waste it.
Welcome back here in GCU Soccer Stadium. Lopes win 2-0. The GCU Golf Course player of the game is who, Alex?
GCU's defense. You talked about at the top of the broadcast, Jeremy Pollard was going to need to be a key if they wanted to get this whack victory. Well, how about him not doing anything? I mean, the defense clamped it down. 0 shots on goal, only 6 altogether, and that's where they come away with a 2-0 win.
A 0-save shutout for him. As you're watching, there was a little bit of a skirmish at the end of the field. We saw it all game. Damian Herman was going at it with Miguel Ojeda, and he was getting into it at the end with him again. It was a physical game. University of Incarnate Word is a tough game for them. They could never get anything going. Defense was so stifling. Lopes win 2-0. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't go anywhere because the women's soccer game against Chicago State starts at 7 p.m. right here on GCU TV. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GCU. Lopes with 2 goals tonight. Charlie Keating and Nikki Jackson. Have a great day, and go Lopes!